Hello guys. Obviously there's a couple of people that were a little bit worried about me because my battery died when my door went, and it was actually my neighbour just asking for his Hoover, because unfortunately my Hoover's broken, so I'm now without Hoover, just to make things just slightly a little bit more difficult. So anyway, since living today, I've spoken to a social worker. In fact, the social worker's been round this afternoon. She was actually only coming round to drop off a letter that I'd wanted, and this is pretty much what I'm talking about as well, isn't it? So here is the minutes from the Child Protection Conference that I got kicked out of, and here is the interview for the new one, plus the fact they're going to put the carpet in the bedroom. We're going to remove everything, and they're going to put the drawers and the wardrobe in the boys' bed in for me. And guess who? So guess what? Social services. Seriously, I'm now coming to the point that this double mind thing's not a good thing, and it's actually really not a good thing. And I just need to put my cap on because I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable. And when I've got my cap on, it's my way of hiding from the world, I suppose, just like everybody else. And there you go, she's hidden now, can't see me. So anyway, I've been waiting to basically respond to this one, because this one, they put a different chair on me. And when I went in, I said, look, you can't do this. You can't change a chair right in the middle of something for complete strangers to make decisions based on paperwork, and paperwork that is nothing more than people's snapshots, and it's not right. So anyway, she decided to go ahead with the meeting. So of course I then justified the reasons that she should have continued, but she should have waited for the previous chair. So anyway, I got kicked out of the meeting, didn't I, as I do, and confidence hat, yeah, I got one. Well, it's not my confidence hat, to be honest. My hair's a fucking mess. I haven't seen a hairdresser for ages. I don't wear makeup on my live. I'm a woman, and sometimes it's just easier to put a hat on, isn't it, than worry about our hair and our makeup and all that sort of shit and bollocks. So anyway, I got distracted after my live, and the reason I got distracted is because James Lavers popped up, and he was on a live. And it just sort of was playing in the background, and and all of a sudden he was talking about the needs of women. And I thought, all right, James, I'm going to actually listen to you. Now, for those who don't know James is someone from my old world, and he used to be called the Lazy Coach. James, funny enough's father was the owner of QVC. So he's not exactly coming from a poor background, really. So obviously my fingers in my pies come from many worlds and many avenues. And James was chatting, and I decided to sort of jump on. Now, James goes back like way with me. James goes back to when I was at university. I was watching James Lavers back when I was at university. So that goes back to like 2004. And it was sort of James that used to pop up in the background with the Lazy Coach, that used to start getting me thinking about doing this. But obviously it was a very masculine world. It was a very man world, and it was a very men world. And the challenge with that is, in a man's world, the woman does the childcare. So when you've got a mum who's a career woman and has childcare, it's not necessarily easy. But obviously, you know, they're in a family world now, but they were talking about it on the live, and I sort of jumped in, and I was going to go live with them, which would have been a great opportunity for me to have done so, to have been able to go on a live with somebody like James. That would have been awesome. But it brought me back to basics again, and it was a whole debate on whether we should sacrifice and put people first, or whether we should put ourselves first. And it comes back to the good old question that if an aeroplane is going down, you put the oxygen mask on yourself first, and then you put the mask on your children. That would be like exactly now. How many people here, if all of a sudden the shit was going to hit the fan and our world was kicking off, and like an aeroplane, a load of masks drop down, do you fumble around putting the masks on your children, who are the most vulnerable person in that room, who aren't able to put the masks on themselves? or do you put the mask on yourself first? The thing that I'm going to say to make people think about this is, in the time that it takes for a mother on her own to put a mask on 2 children, she's probably dead before she's even finished. For the time for a mother to put the mask on herself and then attend to the 2 children, she has got more chance of saving both the children. Because mum's right. In order for mum to be right, then mum, who is a person, so I'm mum, but my name is Kelly. Behind that name that my father gave me is a female, is a woman. Hello, there's me. And this person has a character, a personality, has talents and gifts, and has tears, and gets rage and anger, and can get lonely, and can also feel very overwhelmed by lots of love from lots of people, and can also actually need to be on her own, because if, say, the TV's on, someone's got a phone on, someone's talking, something goes on, all of a sudden little Kelly in the middle is going, and I just have to put my headphones on and I have to go into one monotone sound because I can't deal with the amount of different noises going on. However, if you throw me in a concert hall and there is shitloads of noise going on, then it masks differently because I then have to hit a roll and I have something that I have to achieve and do. And if I'm just sitting there, it's a bit difficult. But then also, if all of a sudden them noises that were going on were going bang, 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 and I'm talking about machine guns going on, aeroplanes going on, I'm also then not the sort of person that puts her hands over her heads and goes, ah, the bombs are coming. I'm the sort of person that goes, miss me, try again, next time, again. And, you know, I'm the sort of person that laughs when things are a little bit difficult, and you know, I'm me, basically. So anyway, with me comes the fact that my vocal cords change all the time. It would be very, very difficult for me to deal with people who keep saying, will you stop putting voices on? And I'm going, but I'm not putting voices on. It's my vocal cords. And they're going, oh, there's always something wrong with you, isn't there? And I go, well, I have EDS. Oh, blah, 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 yeah, whatever. Well, I really fucking hate talking about EDS, by the way. It bores the shit out of me. I can't be arsed with it. I don't particularly like to talk about problems and share problems a lot. What I like is people around me who just get it. So if all of a sudden I'm talking to somebody and they can hear that the tone of my voice is starting to change, then they would be aware of that damage. Because if somebody's got something wrong with them, then you expect to take the time to see what's going on. Oh, okay. Hang on 2 seconds. Is this Zuma or is this the bubbles? The bubbles. And is the bubbles now ran out, or have we got to reload the bubbles, or is it done? Social worker actually brought us some presents around. So she brought a lovely little book for the boys. Elijah, can I see your Zuma a minute? Because you've just got out of the bath. Show me your Zuma. Yeah. Zuma. And Shiloh's little bubbly thing. Your hovercraft. I'll show you. Yeah, but you're not exactly decent. So there's his hovercraft. And we have loads of bricks, and some colouring books, and I love this. This is brilliant. I actually asked her for this. I said, you couldn't go and raid your art cupboard, could you? And try and find me some art stuff. So I love this. No, you're not taking that off. It doesn't come off. No off, because it's in the house. If we were in a garden, it would be a bit different. But not in the house. No, it needs more bubbles. If it needs more bubbles, then put it down and I'll have to make up some more bubbles for you. Does it need some more bubbles? Let go and I'll make some more bubbles. But this is where the line is drawn. I will do it. I'm sick and tired of constantly retidying up over stuff that is just like, I don't know, it's a pain in the arse. So anyway, I've told her how I feel about everything now. And I've told her that literally on my birthday, I am literally going to be writing from a 42-year perspective of systematic abuse. It's 42 years. And I tell when I start talking about the amount of systematic abuse just to do with this physical condition. Like even my own son, yeah, Liam, he had his, stop pacing, it's making you dizzy. Don't watch my lives. I pace. You don't like it? Don't sit on my lives. Pace, 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 pace. My life, my life, my life, my life, my life. Oh fuck, I'm dizzy now. I've actually just made myself dizzy. So yeah, you know, a couple of little art books and some stuff like that. I did say, I did actually ring her and say, you haven't got a Christmas box or something you can go and ransack or something for me, could you? So anyway, I'm going to get triggered off later because I haven't actually read this other freaking dozy chair and chair's little thing yet. So literally the moment I open this, yeah. Shall I show you, for anybody who doesn't understand, I'll just show you what I'm going to be going through. So for those who don't understand what's going on this month and what a child protection conference is, basically a child protection conference is looking at any needs. So we're just going at the moment that we're an EDS family, so we're back to normal now. And after a lot of abuse, we're back to normal now, we're an EDS family. So for those that don't know, let me just show you. Confidentiality. Do not be produced or disclosed without the prior consent of the chairperson. So anyway, it's my life, my way. So yeah, well, hang on, what month are we in, guys, by the way? Are we in May? Are we in May? So hey guys, who remembers Christmas Day? Who remembers the 13th of December? Hey, how many people live in the past, guys? Or are we all in May now? Or are we back in December, yeah? Like, seriously, this is what does my fucking nut in, right? Do you know what social workers, psychologists, so not social workers, by the way, but you know those social workers that sit around the table that then send you for a psychological report, yeah? You know, when you're actually healed from all of the trauma, do you know what they teach you? To be in the present moment, and that your past doesn't equal your future, and you should be focusing on your future and leaving your past behind you. But when we're a social worker, we're underqualified and we don't really understand this, and we're still going on. It's the psychologist that asks you about your relationship with your mummy and your daddy, because they're qualified and experienced to do this. Unfortunately, social workers are not even qualified to change a child's nappy, and they're meant to safeguard these children. So what are we doing about Zuma? Because I don't want Zuma causing an argument, because what social worker understands that when you've got a big Zuma and there are two boys, this is going to cause a problem, isn't it? But she isn't a mother, so she wouldn't get this or know this, or even as she's putting it in the bag, think about from our point of view. Bless her cotton socks, she's tried her best, but she's only as good as the experience that she has. And the experience that she has with children, she's worked in some free schools, she's worked in nursery, that sort of stuff. But you get to go home. People like me are parents 24/7. Even if the state takes our children from us, you don't stop us being. I don't get parents who abandon their children. Get it? Get others that say I'm 18 and they can make their own decision. That doesn't bode well with me. If you stick your penis into a vagina and you decide that you're going to ram it and have real fun and do what's called ducking, yeah, and then all of a sudden the penis goes whoa, and it goes boom, yeah. There's a responsibility to that, and it's called making a baby. And inside that mother's womb, a child is is being created. And when that child comes out the womb, it's not a horse. It's not an animal. It isn't going to get up and start walking around in less than so many months or whatever. It's going to take a child, even my 2 children now. Say hypothetically, I need to go to the shop right now, and I do. I need to go and get some milk. My kids are quite happy there. They're having fun. It's all right, Mummy just popped to the shop, can I? They're responsible. Have you not seen children in India living on the streets? Have you not seen them going up into the mountains and picking out bits and getting all the rubbish and all their food out of the bins? These are babies, mate. Babies toddlering around as homeless on the streets in other countries. It happens. Now, obviously, my 2 and 3-year-old are not responsible to be in this home by themselves. Therefore, they need somebody who is their protective factor. That is me. Could Dean walk out when the children are at home by himself? I very much doubt Dean could leave the children. But this home and this roof takes things. You know, say you walk out the side of your home and you leave some cheesy chips, which actually I made even from potatoes and cutting them. Funny enough, for the first time. I don't do chip shop chips, and I don't really like chips. So, but if you just leave that and walk out and abandon that on the side, there's going to be a consequence. There's going to be mold, there's going to be decay, and then there's going to be something, it starts smelling, and somebody else then becomes responsible for that.